Donald Trump is just crashing out right now because what this man is doing is making things worse for the entertainment industry. He's too busy worrying about what goes on in the industry rather than focus on making America good again, as he claims that he's supposed to do. But at the same time, why is he speaking for everybody in Hollywood? I don't get it. Because now I feel like you're about to ruin the entertainment industry with your ridiculous ideas by making things too expensive these days, especially with the high prices going up, and it's going to get worse in the summer because of these tariffs. And I don't know how long is this going to keep up, because people are going to end up stop going to stores and buying things because of what this man is doing. Look, I am not the biggest fan of Donald Trump because of many reasons. I did like some things that he's done, as far as like stopping illegal immigrants from coming to the US illegally and getting rid of criminals off the streets, and stopping trans athletes from competing in women's sports. And that's about it. Two things that I respect him for that. But everything else that this man is doing, firing people from the government job, making it harder for people to find regular jobs to provide for their families and for themselves if they're living independently. And not only that, but now you're trying to create chaos in the entertainment part when it comes to tariffs on putting 100% on movies and TV shows made outside of, LA, out of US in general. This whole thing seems kind of stupid to me, because my fear of the upcoming Power Rangers reboot is that we're never going to get any updates on when is the show going to come out. Because I don't understand why you try to stop the US production from going overseas to make important projects. I mean, you didn't have that problem years ago when you were president, and now that you're back in the office, I feel like it's back to square one all over again. It's dumb. Donald Trump has said he will slap 100% tariff on all films produced abroad, expanding his trade war to the cinema industry in order to thwart what he described as the very fast death of Hollywood. The US president made the announcement on his Truth Social platform on Sunday night as he returned to Washington from a weekend at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, though he did not offer further details. He already just said it. Because now I feel like you're trying to stop Hollywood from going overseas to film important projects. Whether it's an action film, a documentary, or an educational movie. Like, you want everything to stay in the US. Now look, I get that some movies and TV shows need a higher budget in order to tell good stories and write and create good action sequences in America. But the problem is that now I feel like you're doing too much. I mean, they already stopped the Sentai DVD releases that are being brought in the US, including streaming platforms. So you're just trying to prevent that. Well, you're preventing the US production to go overseas to make new projects. Like, what are you trying to improve, bruh? What are you trying to improve? The movie industry in America is dying a very fast death. Other countries are offering all sorts of incentives to draw our filmmakers and studios away from the United States. Cap. Hollywood and many other areas within the USA are being devastated, he wrote. Are you saying that, or is the people in the industry having issues with what's going on in Hollywood? Because I don't remember seeing or hearing them saying stuff like that. LA has watched other US states as well as other countries such as Canada and the UK peel away movie production from California in recent years. Gavin Newsom, the Democratic governor of California, has proposed a tax incentive scheme to support film production in the state, but Trump is looking at tariffs instead of STEAM international competition. Again, he's not doing anything to make things better, but making things 10 times worse. Even I heard that there are some Republicans are turning against Trump because anytime when this man says he's going to do this and that, he's clearly is making things 10 times worse. I mean, it's bad enough that the higher are these projects are rising up in stores and fast food companies, franchises and industries, but you're making it hard for people to live their lives in America without having them worried about being shot and you know, in the streets homeless because of your business decisions. And again, I'm no politician or anything. I'm just speaking my opinion of how I feel. Trump added that he will be authorizing the Commerce Department and U.S. Trade Representative to immediately begin the process of insinuating a 100% tariff on any and all movies coming into our country that are produced in foreign lands. Why do you make it seem like it's wrong and dangerous for them to go overseas to film new content, or they're bringing their content and production in the US so they can make good TV shows? Like, what are you trying to say, bruh? You literally act like what they're doing is terrible. Ain't nothing wrong with going overseas to film other projects. Rather, it's a short film, documentaries, TV shows, and martial arts movies. Like, what are you opposing, bruh? This sounds kind of stupid. About how to make things better, because you're already making things too expensive these days, and nobody can even afford stuff unless they're working a good paying job that can have them afford certain things. But why even bother try to like ruin the film industry by stopping them from going to overseas like Canada, New Zealand, Japan, Africa, Kenya, India? It's like, you claim that you want films to be made in America again. Okay, fine, I get it. But at the same time, this stuff has been happening for years. Why change now? I mean, we're going to get a Power Rangers reboot coming soon. And it's going to probably be on a higher budget this time. And I believe it's going to be in Canada because and I think that's what my theory is. Because Canada has some of the best VFX stuff and action sequences in films and television. So I'm gonna make that in my next video. But at the same time, Donald Trump is just, he crashing out. So link to the article will be down below, and I'm gonna catch y'all